Good afternoon, everyone. We have another most important and amazing topic that is Web Speech API, a powerful JavaScript interface enabling voice interaction in web application through speech recognition and synthesis capability. We have two words here that is speech recognition and synthesis. Now moving ahead to the next slide where we discuss about all 2 points. There are two core pillars of voice interaction, that is speech recognition and speech synthesis. We already mentioned about it. Now we are going to dive into that topic, that is speech recognition. Convert spoken audio into text data that your application can process and respond to. That will be real-time audio capture, cloud-based processing, and multiple language support. Cloud-based processing that can be a like architecture form of these things. And we are also aware about multiple language support. This speech recognition under the Web Speech API. It supports around 120 language over the world and speech synthesis that is, transform text string into the natural sounding speech output through the browser's audio system. It provides customizable voices, adjustable parameter like a tone, and it can be a speech related parameter. We will discuss more about in the next slide or the further slides. And we have a cross-platform compatibility in the Web Speech API. Now moving ahead. Here the architecture and processing flow. That first, what you have to do, we have to speak in the mic. Then audio is captured. Browser access the microphone and stream audio data in the real time. Then after cloud processing, audio sent to the cloud-based speech recognition services for the analysis of that audio. And after that, result delivery. Transcript test return to the browser with the confident metrics. Now moving ahead to the next slide. Speech recognition interface. There are core methods, that is three methods. First one dot start, and you are aware about the JavaScript. So this is the JavaScript method, that is dot start, dot stop, dot abort. Dot start initiate audio capture and recognition process. And after that, dot stop terminate recognition immediately. Whenever you speak and you want to stop, then we have a button and that is triggered to the dead point and stop the recording. And we have a dot abort. That means cancel the recognition and also discard the result. Whatever you have spoken, that is completely discard. And after that, essential properties, that is dot length, dot continuous, dot interim result. Dot length, it is related to the languages. Yes, for example, English US, English India, whatever you want, out of all these 120 languages you can choose. And dot continuous, enable ongoing recognition. And interim result, return provisional result during the speech. Whatever you speak in that speech, that is comes in the result form, whatever you want. And moving with the next slide ahead. Understanding recognition result. The speech recognition API return structured data through the result event, providing both transcript, text, and accuracy metrics. There are three types here defined. Result event fire, that is triggered when speech is successfully processed and transcribed by the recognition engine. Extract transcript. Access the text string via the event.result. And here is the property mentioned. You can use this. Then there is the one more fundamental, and you can say the one more interesting part, that is the confidence analysis. Here, what thing when you speak on the microphone, then It evaluates your accuracy on the basis of the ranging from 0.0 to 1.0, that is uncertain to the highly confident. And result also uh, comes on the basis of this. And sometimes if your accuracy and confidence is around 0.0, then the audio is award in the many cases. Now moving ahead with the another point, that here we have the code that is mentioned in front of you. So new WebKit speak recognition. WebKit speak recognition because we are using here Google Chrome for the our server side, or you can say localhost side. And after that, we have a recognition language English US, then recognition dot continuous data false. You have to mention about the like you want a continuous, you want interim result. Yes, so true. If not, then false. So you have to mention about this. And all these things we previously mentioned about the confidence and transcript. So these are uses here. And you have to just take this code and manipulate according to your preference and according to your choice. Now moving ahead, that is speech synthesis fundamentals. Speech synthesis at range create a speech request object containing the text to the spoken and configuration parameter. Encapsulate text content. That is separate required material so to the people, and if not required material, that is hide somewhere. And store voice setting. Many playback event. Here window dot speech synthesis dot speak at a range dot pause suspend playback dot resume continuous speech. And now moving ahead. So these are the customization that I already mentioned in the previous slides. That is the customization option. Now we are going to the dive into that topic, and we will discuss about the words customization in detail. So there are four bases like pitch. You can modulate and customize pitch, control voice frequency from 0 to 2. Default, generally default case is 1, but you can modify it into 0 to 1. Higher value create a more high pitch voice. And here we have a rate. Adjust speaking speed. If you want to speed of the speech, like that mic, and you can say that speaker speak, so you can adjust speed from 0.1 to 10. Just like in the YouTube video, you know about the 1, 1.5, 1.75, and 2.0. These are the modulation speed, and you can say voice customization speed. And a lower value slow down speech for the clarity. And we will prefer around 0.5, and you can say 1. That would be the for the better understanding. And coming to the volume part, set audio level from the 0 to 1. Default is 1, and then your choice what you want. Allows precise control over the output loudness. Voice selection. Choose from the system voice using speech synthesis. Get voices to access available option. Now moving ahead. Here, this is the code example. You can refer to that example. So constant utterance, new speech synthesis, utterance, hello world. So it will speak the hello world. And here we have a voice parameter that is mentioned page rate volume. And we have a language as well, that is English US this time. Select a specific voice. That is optional. If you want to add something, then you can add. If you don't want, then you can leave it here. And now moving to the another point. So first off, read this line. This code create a customized speech output with the adjust pitch and rate from natural sound result. So this is required for the natural sounding result. That's why we do the modulation and customization of the voice parameter here. Now moving ahead, we have a events and error handling. On a start event, on error event, on end event. On a start event generally for the use for UI updates, like showing a listening indicator. Indicator is signed for the like user using this thing, and he has to aware, he or maybe she has to aware about it, like he is speaking that is properly working. That's why we have used on start event. On error, like if a person is silenced, then the detection is not done and the mic block, then notification, like we can say some symbolize is say about that thing. And we have a on-end event that is used for the triggered when recognition is stop, useful for the resetting UI state. Now moving ahead. Here we have a browser support and compatibility that we have mentioned earlier. Here we are using Chrome. You can use Edge and Safari. And Chrome. Chrome is why I prefer Chrome. That biggest reason is it is more supportive other than browser like Edge and Safari. We have full support in the Chrome and Edge. Good support, but few times it not respond properly, and sometimes there are less functionality to Chrome implementation. And Safari limited support, and sometimes few things are not able to do that atmosphere. Moving ahead, we have a real world use cases, accessibility, like people who are deaf, no, people who are unable to see all these things, like blind people, so they can listen about the voice and interact with any of the website that they want. So I think this is the one of the biggest and necessary step. And we have a voice control form. And if someone belong from the other background, he can speak on their understanding language, allow hand-free form filling and navigation for improved user experience and efficiency. Language learning, interaction, pronouns, practice, and language learning application with the real-time feedback. We have a privacy and security consideration in the Web Speech API. That is HTTPS requirement. Web Speech API only work on the HTTPS connection for the privacy concern and the privacy protection. And we have a microphone permission. User must explicitly grant microphone access permission before speech recognition can function. So it depends on the user only. And we have a privacy best practice. Inform user about the data collection, provide clear opt-in the mechanism, and handle data securely. Here we have a project ideas and future development, that is voice control to-do list. Create a task management app with the voice command for the adding, completing, and organizing tasks. Real-time translator. Build a web that translate spoken words and translate in the different language. We can use in the game. Develop interactive game control entirely by the voice command and the speech recognition. It has a lot of scope that I consider here. We have a future of voice web. Integrate with the AI assistant, improve accuracy and seamless multimodal interaction to the all user. So I think you have a rough idea and a better understanding regarding Web Speech API. So you can use Web Speech API for the your future development and your project ideas. So I mentioned four project ideas. You can research from the other things and you can refer to the many more documents that is available on the MDM. that is for the Mozilla, and you can go for the Geeks for Geeks. You can go for the uh, other platform where you can read about the documentation regarding this and learn more further things about this. Thank you. That's all for today's session, and I'm happy you are able to see that video here. And thank you.